It's in the middle of the day, but I've had to close the curtains because that bright light just makes me look... You basically, you can't see me. Hi! Yes, I've not been around much. I have a huge stack of videos actually sat on this camera waiting to be sorted through from my holiday, which I went on for 2 weeks, and they're really good videos, but I've just not really had a chance to do much with them. I've been busy working, writing essays, spending far too much time on the computer. So about 3 years ago on Plurk, we had this general discussion about tea, and I was most horrified to find out that in America, tea is not considered tea like we do. They say, oh, I'm having tea and it's sweet, and I'm like, tea's meant to be sweet. And then they say, yeah, no, but it's iced tea or cold tea, and I'm like, tea's not meant to be cold, and they have it without milk. And basically what I gathered from the conversation, now this was about 3 years ago, but what I gathered from the conversation was that they make big jugs of tea. I'm not sure if they use tea bags or whatever, but they make big jugs of tea and they add sugar and they leave it to cool either in a fridge or out on the porch, as one of the girls was saying, and I was just like, no! That's not tea! I mean, not meaning to sound stereotypically British, but that is not tea. So what I did was I did a step-by-step how to make tea. It was very sarcastic and patronising, and this one is going to be as well, but I thought I'd live show you how to make tea, and I have my little tea stuff here, and yes, that is a Death Star cookie jar which I bought for my husband. So first things first, boil the kettle. You don't put a kettle on this. This is a kettle. I've gathered that you don't have these either in America. I'm not meaning to be rude to you guys, but this is a kettle. It doesn't go on there. If you put it on there, it's going to melt. But anyway, so fill it up. My husband wants a drink, so I do apologise if I'm incredibly patronising. I'm not sure what other cultures drink tea the way Americans do, but I just think it's abomination. But anyway. Oh. So, pick a mug. Any mug. I'm making one for me, so this is my mug. For anyone who knows me, that is incredibly apt, and it says on the inside, this is a chatty day, or today is a chatty day. Today is a chatty day, so that's no change from usual. And then I've got my husband's, which is his baptism mug. And you take a tea bag. This is a tea caddy. It is what tea belongs in. Tea bags. We do actually have loose leaf tea. I do have a teapot and I have a tea strainer, and I very rarely use it because it ends up looking like piss, basically. So, 1 per mug. Do not reuse tea bags. That is blasphemy. We don't reuse tea bags. 1 tea bag per mug, and you throw it in the bin. We are not in the 1940s. We don't have to dry them out and stain them and reuse them. 1 tea bag, 1 mug. Teapot. Tea strainer, it's his. He has entered and I've told him not to.
Hello.
I take it you wanted a cup of tea. What's your opinion? Come on to the camera. You can give me an opinion.
Hang on.
With your tea, do you put your sugar in it and then the hot water, or hot water then sugar?
Sugar then, hot water.
Milk first?
Depends.
On what?
Whether you're brewing it from the pot or your...
So if you're just putting a tea bag in a mug, what do you do?
Water first, then milk.
Right, and what do you do if you're putting it in a pot?
Milk first, then water.
Well, not water, tea.
Yeah.
You can leave now. Shoo shoo. So you don't add sugar before you add the hot water? Or you do?
I do.
See, I do sometimes, and then sometimes I feel that it doesn't make the tea bag steep properly, so what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to do it the proper way and put sugar in when I'm done.
I don't think it's...
You don't think it's important?
I don't think it is the most important. The milk is the most important.
Well, the milk is the most important, because you don't want to add milk whilst the tea bag's still in there. Anyway, go away. I do love them, really. Okay. Hot water. Usually, like maybe like a centimetre from the top of the mug. In a mug, not a cup as well. I'm a ranter. Teaspoon. Sugar. I don't understand the concept of not murdering your husband for walking around whilst you're filming!
Yeah, I'm getting socks.
Go upstairs quickly. I don't understand the concept of... And he sounds like an elephant. I don't understand the concept of not having sugar in your tea. To be fair, I put 3 in. I wouldn't advise that. He has 1, my dad has 2. I'd say 2 is probably what's normal. I like 3 because I don't care for my teeth, clearly. So, yes, I know I've not taken the tea bag out, but 1, 2, 3. You having 1 or 2?
1 or 2 what?
Sugars!
Yeah,
Always having 2 sugars for once. Oh. I did not just throw that all over the place after tidying this kitchen, literally just for this. Don't make this much of a mess. Okay. Some people will tell you that you shouldn't poke the tea bag. I do because it speeds everything up because I'm lazy and I want my tea. Right, this, I'm coming close again. That's the colour it should be, like the colour of if you've put like a teaspoon of coffee granules. I don't know if you have coffee granules there, to be perfectly honest, but the colour of like coffee granules, 1 teaspoon of coffee granules in your mug and then hot water. So it needs to look like coffee. I can't express the importance of that. You're all going to think I'm insane. Squeeze out tea bag. Murder husband as he tramps his way down the stairs.
Yeah.
Isn't he lovely? Get out the way.
Yes, I am.
Go away. We'll throw a tea bag at your head.
Teabagging. Woo!
Should go in the bin, but we never do. We always end up with like a little pile of tea bags here. Same. Stir. I'm going to stir again anyway when I put milk in. Milk. You put the tiniest amount of milk. Nobody wants tea looking like chicken soup, do they?
Not you.
Not me. I like my tea to look like coffee. It needs to be strong.
Just like your man.
It's called... Euphemistically, it's called builder's tea, to be perfectly honest, but I will drink it anyway. I don't want it looking like chicken soup. In the slightest. So here is your like, sarcastic, facetious way of making tea. It needs to be... How am I going to tilt this?
Carefully.
That colour. And then you drink it. Probably not immediately, it's going to be too hot. So, in the time between it cooling down enough for you to be able to drink it, and now, you should technically have biscuits, but I don't think I've got biscuits.
Nope.
Worst type of biscuits, malted milks, because if you hold them in there too long, they break off and sink to the bottom. Bourbons are good, custard creams. Digestives are a bit bitty. I wouldn't say digestives, they fall apart. Anything else? Never ever pink wafers.
Rich tea.
Rich tea biscuits, obviously, but never pink wafers, unless you have a death wish. That's how you make tea the British way. And that is the only time you'll ever hear me say I'm British. I have in this, I've used, I think, Tesco's Finest tea bags, I don't know. Oh, hi Cat. So yeah, I've used Tesco's Finest, but I prefer to use fair traded tea. I can taste the difference between it. I don't like Thai food, sorry. I don't like PG tips, again, sorry. You can taste the difference between that kind and this one.
Taste the equality.
You can, as he just said, I don't know if you can hear him, you can taste the equality and you can taste the feeling within you that you've done something good by buying something that's been fairly traded and people are getting the right amount of money for it.
Is that what that is? I thought it was gas.
No darling, it was not gas. Anyway, like my video, share it. I'll make another video sometime soon. You know I will. Love you guys, bye.